Hello everybody, Freaking Manta here, community leader at WRC3 Xbox 360 players, just providing commentary here on my first ever race with WRC3. Now the video you're watching here and this commentary has been recorded on the 12th of October 2012, the day WRC3 is released. As you can see, I'm booting up to the Xbox dashboard. Sadly, this bit did take quite a while to get past because I was a bit confused because it only said I signed in, and as you can see I wasn't connected to Xbox Live. I knew my internet in the house was working fine at the time, and it turns out that Microsoft are making everybody sign new contracts about their terms of use or whatever, so I'm just here now signing it, getting it out of the way. This when you click accept, it takes a while to register it, as you'll see now. So I clicked it and it just takes forever to go away. So I pre-ordered my copy of WRC3. I pre-ordered it from Amazon, so I got the Mini Cooper as a bonus DLC, which you'll watch me install it now before I even boot up the game. There we go. These terms and conditions are going away now. So now I'm signing in properly, signed into Xbox Live. So I'll go straight over to redeem code now, and you'll watch me type in the code. Of course, I'm quite open now to let people view the code because I've already used it. So if you try typing in the code, it isn't going to work. So don't bother. What was quite strange was I thought I'd get a scratch card in the box, which you usually do with games, but no. Amazon had actually emailed me the DLC code, which I thought was quite strange. I've never seen people claim DLC like that before. It's certainly a new experience for me. But as you'll see now, it works fine. Yeah, but what's weird, it says here, this code entitles you to download WRC3. But of course we can see up there, we got the Mini Cooper. But it sounds as if I'm going to download the entire game, which is quite strange. All it says is WRC3. It even says there, look, WRC3 downloaded. It didn't make much sense, really. So I got WRC2 in there, going to take that out now and put in the new game. Goodbye, WRC2. We don't need you no more. Here we are, the game's in now and loaded and we're ready to go. So right away there's an update. Yeah, I apologise, this is running a little slow, isn't it? What's quite weird is that a company called P-Cube distributed the game in the UK. I live in the UK, yet there seems to be absolutely no mention whatsoever of P-Cube in the game. I can't find any evidence of it at all. Maybe it's mentioned in the manual somewhere, but as for the game, no, I can't find anything. So here's the intro now, which was just simply the trailer that was released a while ago.
There are many drivers with these qualities, but they're not always enough to make a champion. A champion needs something more. Because when you push yourself to the limits, when just one mistake can change everything...
It has recorded on quite an early version because the rally sticker's missing from the polo there.
Control.
This is your challenge. This is WRC 3. Yeah, I've seen this trailer plenty of times. So, we officially get into the game now. Right, so let's get this shindig started. So you'll see in a minute, there we go, it's confirming that the mini was loaded. Yeah, people have asked me for party invites here. Well, I should have turned notifications off really, because I just wanted to get this straight footage done, but yeah, you'll see people harassing me. I'm just listening to the tutorial here from the voiceover, which I swear is the female co-driver from WRC2. It seems to be the same voice. It's also the same voice from the trailers as well.
Racing against them online.
So I went into options. I want to get everything configured to how I want. At the HUD I was fine with it, I just want to change the speed units to miles per hour because I understand those. Just want to check the audio. I did used to have co-driver time into advance in WRC2, but I thought it was fine on normal here. Here I've turned off all the assists, putting the opponents up quite high, just like I did in WRC2. What this is auto time upload. Storage device, don't need that. So back to the main menu now. I press the Y button to go to the extras. Photo gallery says there's no pictures. You have to use the in-game camera to use that. So we go to WRC experience. We can get the regular game modes you'd expect, and of course the category selection screen with the voiceover there.
Use the tips for details of each category.
So yeah, just have a look at the categories now. You've got Class 2, Class 3. So basically we've got WRC2, WRC, SWRC and PWRC. So I'll look at the WRC cars here. Just taking a look through all of them. There's 26 to select from, quite a good number. And there's a special firm Power Tools car designed by a WRC2 player, I think about this time last year. So of course I'm going to pick the most interesting car, which is the Volkswagen Polo. Very nice of them to include it in the game. I mean, it didn't actually officially rally in the 2012 season, but I think it was really nice of them to actually include the car. I mean, they didn't have to, but it's nice for them to offer it. So I'm just looking here through all the rallies. A bit bummed out really that Jordan is missing. I used to love the Jordan rally. So I'm going to go for Wales because they were my favourite rallies in the other two games. I'm just looking here now. Don't recognise any of these stages. Wales was one of the rallies that was completely overhauled. So I'm just going to pick Monument because it was the longest one. Loading screens. Oh, we've been talking about WRC 2010 loading times here. The load times are pretty long, but I don't actually have the game installed on the hard drive yet, so I'm assuming that once I install the game on the hard drive I can get quicker load times. I had WRC2 installed on the hard drive, but the load times were fine there, so I'm going to have to install the game, I think. But as you can see, they do go on for quite a bit. So here we are now, just listening to the narrator here, hearing what she has to say about Wales Rally GB. And of course we have weather effects now. We have rain there, bit stereotypical, but yeah, that's all it ever does in Wales is rain. Take it from me, I mean I've lived in Wales all my life. It only ever rains. So I'm going to set up my car now. I want to get things just the way I want it to. So I have a short gear ratio for really quick acceleration. Wales isn't about top speed at all. and I have high downforce so I can have lots of grip. Although I think, given the SIS, I shouldn't have picked it really. So that way, the most striking thing to me was just how gorgeous the graphics look. It's such a massive leap beyond WRC to how great the graphics look. And of course, no display filter. So happy that there's no display filter. So yeah, I find it hard to adapt really, because WRC3 is a complicated game. Really hard, but it's just so amazing. It really is. Fantastic game. Milestone have really put a lot of effort into this. This is what I didn't understand. You'll see these little pointless jumps that around here. I didn't quite understand them really. Yeah, there's one. It's a bit pointless, I think. These hairpins are really nice. I didn't do too well through there, but once you do a handbrake to have a nice bit of speed, these hairpins are really nice to go through with.
And 40, hairpin right, handbrake.
I got the gearbox set to semi-automatic, and I found that I had to shift to gear 3 quite a lot on my own accord. The game seemed like sticking in gear 2 until it literally hit the very end of the rev limit. Oh, another partying right there, yeah, people won't leave me alone. Yeah, I found myself a lot of the times having to shift up a gear on my own, even though I got the game in semi-automatic.
And 40, hairpin right, handbrake.
I got the grass really sucked me in here. I took the hairpin way too tight, touched the grass, and of course Milestone have gone out their way to prevent cheaters. Yeah, the grass really slows you down, as you saw there. I was going to use a rewind, but I thought no, let's just keep the first race pure. Let's see how bad I actually do. So of course, Wales was my best stage in the other two games, but of course this, I have no idea what's coming up because of, I said Wales was one of the rallies that was completely overhauled from the ground up, so I don't know any of these layouts at all.
And 40, left 3. Into right 5, and left
so 10th, out of 26th, alright, I suppose,
and left 3, 80.
At least in the top half.
Stop and right 3 into left 2, long, then right 3, barrier outside. Left 3, long into right 4. 100, jump.
Oh, almost hit the tree there, that was close.
Then left 3.
Some more bumps.
Long, into right 3, into left 3.
Yeah, I know what happened there. I messed up quite a bit. As you see, I slowed down quite a lot.
Long, don't cut. 40, right 4, tight. Into left 2, handbrake. Right 2, don't cut, rock inside. Then left 4, open, into right 5. Right 3, into left 3. 60,
8th, slowly getting better. Gradually making my way up. And now we've transitioned over to tarmac, which I felt the difference right away. The car felt a lot faster. It had a lot more grip. Yeah, the car just felt much more responsive than it did in that boggy mud. But of course, then you come to this bit where you go out on a road, and it's really tight and really fast. And even with the added grip of the tarmac, you can see I hit the rocks there. Yeah, this bit is quite brutal because you've got to go fast for it. Was very close to touching the curb there.
And left 5, barrier outside. 60, hairpin left, handbrake. Then hairpin right.
I'm still good on the tarmac. Yeah, the grass sucked me in a little bit there again because I cut the hairpin a bit too tight. And here as well, cut that hairpin a bit too tight. We're still going along on the tarmac, straight back through the gate onto the boggy mud again, where the car feels a bit slower. The drift's a lot longer now because obviously we're on a slippery surface. But as you can see, the stages are challenging, the lengths are just brilliant. I was enjoying every minute of this despite how bad I was doing, because you know I was getting used to the advanced physics system and that. But you really do feel every terrain that you drive on, you really do feel it. This game is punishing, but it's for a good reason. Really is. And just the sheer length of the stages are just unbelievable. They really are fantastic.
60, right 4, into left 5, on press.
So you can see now I'm not cutting the hairpins too tight, so the grass isn't sucking me and I'm sticking to the beaten path.
Into left 2,
So through another gate, I can see me having quite a few accidents at those gates.
5, and jump. 200, jump.
Oh, he nearly hit the tree there. I was quite lucky. Of course, we've crossed the line in 9th. Yeah, I suppose it's okay for our first time.